What's the dumbest reason someone wanted to fight you? My roommate Brett literally tried to fight me over leftovers I didn't even eat. I'm not talking about a little disagreement. I mean, he cornered me in our kitchen at 11 p.m., red-faced and yelling. I had just gotten home from a double shift at work, still in my uniform, hadn't even taken off my shoes yet. I walked into the kitchen to grab some water, and Brett storms in holding an empty Tupperware container like it's evidence in a murder trial. Bro, why'd you eat my chicken Alfredo? He's not asking, he's accusing. His voice has that shake in it, like he's been building up to this confrontation all day. I just stared at him, genuinely confused. Brett, I literally just got home. I haven't even opened the fridge, but he's not hearing it. He's holding up that empty container, and I can see his jaw clenching. Don't lie to me, man. There's sauce on the counter. He points, and yeah, there's a tiny smear of white sauce by the microwave, but I have no idea how it got there. I tried to explain, but he cut me off. You know what? I'm sick of this. You're always doing stuff like this. Taking my food, using my stuff without asking. He's getting closer now, invading my space. Maybe we need to settle this like men. I felt this weird mix of exhaustion and disbelief. I'd been on my feet for 12 hours dealing with angry customers, and now I'm coming home to this. My roommate, who I've lived with peacefully for 8 months, is threatening to fight me over pasta. For a second, I actually considered just apologizing for something I didn't do. It would have been easier than whatever this was turning into. I could see his fists clenched, and I'm thinking, is this really happening right now? That's when his girlfriend Victoria walked out of his bedroom. She's holding an identical empty Tupperware container, and she freezes in the doorway. Her eyes go wide, darting between Brett's furious face and mine. Babe, her voice is small. I got hungry and ate your leftovers like 2 hours ago. I was gonna tell you when you got home from the gym. The silence was so thick you could cut it. Brett's face went from angry red to this sick pale color in about 3 seconds. He just stood there, mouth opening and closing like a fish. Victoria's staring at him like she's seeing him for the first time, and not in a good way. I wanted to laugh. I wanted to scream. Instead, I just stood there watching my roommate realize he'd almost fought me over literally nothing. His hands unclenched, dropped to his sides. He turned to me, and his voice came out barely above a whisper. Sorry, man. Then he walked straight into his room without another word. I heard Victoria follow him, and their muffled argument lasted about 10 minutes before she came out, grabbed her jacket, and left without saying goodbye to either of us. She moved out 3 days later, just packed her stuff while Brett was at work and left her key on the counter. I felt bad for him, I did. But every time I remembered him getting in my face over some pasta, the sympathy faded pretty quick. The thing is, we still live together. The lease isn't up for another 7 months, so we're stuck with each other. But something shifted that night. Brett does all the dishes now without me asking, takes out the trash without complaining. Last week, I ate the last bagel, actually ate his food this time, and he didn't say a word, just went to the store and bought more. I think about that night sometimes when I'm lying in bed. How fast someone can turn on you over nothing. How easily a small misunderstanding can escalate into almost violence. I wonder if Victoria stayed. Would Brett have learned his lesson, or would there have been more nights like that? More accusations over things that never happened. We're cordial now, Brett and I. We exchange pleasantries, split bills, coordinate schedules, but we're not friends anymore. You can't go back from almost fighting someone in your own kitchen. Every time I grab something from the fridge, there's this tiny moment of tension where I catch him watching me, like he's making sure I'm not touching his stuff. The worst part? I genuinely have no idea what I would have done if Victoria hadn't walked out when she did. Would I have just stood there and taken it, fought back, left and found a new place to live? Sometimes the dumbest conflicts reveal the most about who people really are.